Hi, everyone. Thank you for being here, and Unchain remains a great place to be. I'm Andrei Stoian. I'm a Director for Payments and Cash Management in BRD Group Societe Generale, and we have here a great panel for today, starting from banks to fintechs, from card organizations to national infrastructure schemes, all of them offering a diverse view, sometimes even competitive perspectives, but what unites them is their drive towards innovation, their drive towards collaboration into offering the corporate clients to fulfill their ever-changing needs in this very much dynamic world. Without further ado, we have with us Maricela Lizcano, who is the Global Transaction Banking Executive Director at BRD Group Societe Generale. We have Ciprian Pârv, Managing Country Director for Payten. We have Claudia Crucero, who is Senior Director for and Head of Visa Direct for CEE. We have Bogdan Ioniță, Transfond, Product Development Manager for RoPay. And last but not least, we have Daniel Nicolescu with us, SinfoPay CEO and co-founder. So, to all panelists, let's dive in with a quick round. What's the most significant shift in corporate payments and liquidity that you've seen in the last 12 to 18 months, and how has your organization adapted to this? Was this shift technology-driven? Was it regulatory-led? Was it client-driven? Maricela, maybe we can start from left to right.
So I put myself in the most dangerous spot near the moderator. So in very few words, for me, it's instant. Everybody is waiting everything on a click, so on an instant basis, and also integration, at least in the corporate world. And I would say also security, but we will talk more about this later.
Thank you.
Hi everyone, and nice to be here. What we have noticed in the last year, working with large multinational merchants present in multiple markets than in Romania, we have seen, of course, we will talk about technology, but I don't want to refer so much about it, more shift towards challenging the existing status quo, more a mentality shift rather than a technology shift. And this would manifest in a way that maybe they are asking themselves whatever worked so far can be improved. Are there ways in which they can be more competitive, more responsive to customer needs, to integrate more of the innovation that is taking place in the marketplace? And the other trend, I would say, is this need for innovation. Were discussing in the past years about digitalization and digital transformation, which were empty words in some points, but also with some actions. We see that the appetite for innovation has not decreased, and they are looking for ways in which they can integrate new things in their operating model. These are the two most relevant ones.
Thank you. Hello, everybody. It's a pleasure to be here. Andrei, I need to make a comment. You are only presenting Visa as a card organization, and I feel the urge to...
I knew you'd say that, so please feel free to change the mindset.
To explain that we are truly payment native provider, and we are now dealing with all sorts of payments outside of the cards world. Coming back to your question, of course, we've discussed a lot about this and also the previous panels. It's instant is the key, and the rise of various instant type rails. So we have now across the globe approximately 70 to 80 countries that are building on real-time payment schemes, and this is something that has unlocked use cases for corporates as well. Think about this merchant disbursements, large marketplaces that are disbursing to smaller SMEs that are in a very deep need of cash flow, so the instant aspect is very relevant. And the second, because of this technology, we also have seen a very interesting shift in the customer demand on the SMB and corporate side. We have had a report from McKinsey saying that in the past 5 years, more than double the approach, so the penetration of alternative payment rails and collaboration versus alternative payment providers within SMBs and corporates. So this goes from the consumer, which we all know that it has been disrupted, also to these segments more complex to SMB and corporates.
Bogdan, thank you.
Hello. I don't want to repeat what others already said, but I'm forced to. Indeed, instant payments are changing the game. This is my opinion. And on top of these instant payments layers, and I'm speaking here as a instant payment provider, core instant payment provider for Romanian infrastructure, for Romanian banks and other payment providers. So this is changing the game right now because, and I want to say why, because all of us need money. The money, it's important to have it now, not tomorrow, not after 2 days. And on top of these infrastructures that not only Romania is building, also other countries, but it's more and more important in Romania. On top of this, the mobile payment applications are growing. So alternative to cash and cards, we have now more and more mobile payments application for person to person, person to business, business to business, with all kind of use cases. And I will say more, but for now, that's it.
Thank you very much. Daniel?
Yeah, I can only support that we've seen the same trends. For instance, I will add that the current expectations are to see data in real time. That's also super important. And also for this instant to work and for you to know that you have received the money instant, I believe that we should not forget about reconciliation, because at the end of the day, when we receive money, we need to close the loop. So we currently extending a lot of deep ERP integration, so the merchant backends to be, let's say, fully integrated with the entire payment flow, remove any errors, and to be able to control the cash flow.
Thank you very much, Daniel. A quick round of questions for each of you, if you can have a short answer. Maricel, I'll start with you. How is BRD adapting its transaction banking model to meet the rising needs of the clients in terms of timeliness, liquidity, automation, cross-border efficiency?
Okay, so first of all, we think behind the solutions that are built inside the bank, the advisory team is of great value, because what we forget is that our final customers need to understand what are we selling, what are the benefits, and it's not easy. Not everybody has the IT department inside, not everybody has all the knowledge, but yes, everybody is competing against each other in this market, and they need to stay relevant. So first of all, we put this advisory team in place, bringing value to the clients. And then on the solutions that we have, the digital solutions that we have, we value greatly, I would say, integrations and tailor-made solutions. And, we go with offers to our clients, not just for one product or one business line, but for all their needs regarding working capital, liquidity management, and cash flow transparency, I would say, and management.
Super great. And I think all of this encapsulates with a client having a one-stop shop for all of the services. Bogdan, let me go to you. What's the current state of the instant payments, and how is RoPay supporting that?
Thank you for the question. So instant payments in
But a
Romania.
short answer.
the shortest possible. So instant payments now in Romania means 19 banks covering more than 80%, almost 90% of the transaction. So 19 banks. Another 2 or 3 will join this year, and I think that that's it because we will cover already all the banks in Romania. So this layer it's already done, but on top of this, we said that we are building RoPay. We are building RoPay, so this it's another layer allowing people to access this instant payment easily, to access it for person-to-person transfers, to access it for person-to-business, on POSs, NFC included, on e-commerce, and all other use cases that you can think of. So we are building this, but more than this, we are building because it was mentioned here previously by the National Bank and all others about anti-fraud, because it's important for the people to know not that they can have the money now, but they need to know that they are safe. And we are building RoDetect, another layer. It will be the core system for the security of the instant payment transaction, and not only instant, but mainly for the instant payment transaction. So from the next year, we will be secure in this way. And what I want to mention is that we will also ensure interoperability. We're already member of EACA, and we will be members of Europa, already mentioned by others. So we can cover everything, and you just need to discuss with the current members and the ones that will come, because we are building a bridge here. We want to cooperate with everyone here and in the market. It's not about who is passing this bridge first. It's about to build a bridge, a national infrastructure.
Super, and it sounds great. And I think there are a lot of bridges here. So let's hear about the next bridge related to Visa Direct. And maybe, Claudia, you can share a bit how this helps globally banks and at the end corporates to transfer the payments, to collect the amounts, especially in the B2B world, please.
Thank you. Now I'm a bit sad that I didn't brought my Visa Direct mascot, because I also have a very nice mascot. Okay, now be serious. When we talk about corporate payments, at the end, not all of them are equal. So there are various use cases, various type of corporate payments. If, for instance, at the end of the corporate payment, we have a consumer on the receiving or sending side, in that case, the entire experience is driven by the UX. When we talk to large platforms, Booking.com, Uber, the core product, even though it's at all not related to payment, becomes the payment because the UX has to be built in a seamless manner, and that it's obvious. And in that case, of course, it's important instant. In that case, it's also relevant for CE, because the consumer around CE are much more prone to technology. A lot of them are kind of digital native, so they have higher expectations. Now, if we move from this consumer type driven payment to the pure B2B corporate treasury payments, instant is not the norm or the expectation necessarily. So we don't talk about instant in that case. We talk about predictability. I want to know if I'm making a 1 billion or a couple of millions dollar payment, I don't want to know that they become instant necessarily. I just want to make sure that they are transferred with a partner that I 100% have the trust and security. So I want to make sure that money is safe. Second, I want to make sure that it's transparent, so it's not lost somewhere, and then I don't know for 3 days where the money is. And today this is happening. Fourth is also about to be predictable. So I want to be sure to manage my cash flow, optimize my liquidity when the money is coming. And in this space, there are a lot of challenges in the space of cross-border payment, and some of these things that seem to be basics today are not happening. And to come back to the initial question and how Visa Direct, and also about building the bridges, because in the end, this is in a way also what we are doing. We are able, because we have a global coverage, we have various partners. First of all, we can connect instant rails through our cards more than 4.5 billion endpoints, and that is everything. It's based instant on our Visa Direct Money Transfer. Secondly, we can also transfer money securely into accounts across the globe. We have more than 100 countries. And how we do that? We are connecting to the local payment scheme through our banking partners. And these are low-cost rails in general, for which you can also provide the transparency and predictability. And in a way, we are trying to solve partially the main challenges that exist now in cross-border payments.
Thank you very much, Claudia, and so many great solutions here on stage. Ciprian, I want to go to you because Payten works with a lot of large corporates across multiple verticals. How are you helping them streamline payment acceptance?
Yes, so we are indeed working with many large corporations. We are trying to look at this topic from a different angle that we are usually discussing, because we talk about technology and details about fine things and nice to haves, but the reality is that nobody really cares. At the merchant level, merchants have a no-nonsense attitude. If we start talking with the merchants in these terms, it's all fine among us, but with them it doesn't matter. So what we are trying to look at the topic from a different angle, I meant merchants want to have control, because you cannot improve processes, you cannot change or transform anything if you don't have control. But control always comes with complexity, because they were relying on large financial institutions to take care of their payments and treasury and everything, and now they want to have more control. That means more complexity in managing this. So we are trying to, and we have built a system which is offering the merchants visibility and control, but without the complexity. We keep the complexity, but we give the control to them. So this is laying the foundation for them to build, to reach to these detailed topics that we are mentioning. And without building this solid foundation, they are wandering without finding the real value. And I feel that we do not fulfill our responsibility towards the merchants and the market by not helping them set the right foundation. So this is what we are working on, trying to talk on their language, help them build the structure on which to grow all these nice services that my colleagues are talking about.
Super. So clearly the client is at the heart of everything happening around. Super. Thank you very much, Ciprian. Daniel, you're working closely with merchants and banks. And what are the key bottlenecks that you see and that you are solving basically at the end of the day when dealing with them?
Well, I believe that we are still fighting with some legacy reconciliation systems. And also there is a fragmentation on the market between, let's say, POS systems, e-commerce, and the backend systems. And basically what we are building an orchestration layer in order to unify all these, let's say, bottlenecks under a central platform, and helping the merchants to take control of their payment systems. I believe this is super important, to provide control of the merchant in order for them to have the proper tools to build the future payment flows. You know, not to offer them a solution to consume payments, but to build how to process payments. It's a bit different, because you are taking, it's like a plug and play solution. You are connecting all the legacy systems. You are connecting new payment methods, like RoPay, for instance, not to affect any internal workflows of the merchant. So basically, you are helping the merchant, providing control, and basically not affecting any internal flows. That's
okay, super. Because we're running out of time, I'm going to have two very short questions. Minding who we have here, please choose only one word, looking into each other's eyes. Collaboration or competitor? One word.
What should I say? Collaboration, of course. And I mean it. And I mean it.
Of course, this is the correct answer to give. But yeah, I think competition is good, and it sets the right tone for us to address the customer demands. And without competition, things will not progress. I believe we reach where we have reached because of the competition. So we have to give the merit and the credit to this. So let's not kill competition.
Very true. Claudia.
It's true that it's obvious, so it's not going to be one word, but it's going to be very quickly. Competition is the one that drives innovation. Collaboration is going to scale it. So at this stage, as we are now, it has to be collaboration, so we are able to scale it across all the segments and all the use cases.
Super.
Have mine.
One word.
Collaboration, but okay, just a few words. So we have already 5 banks in RoPay. We will have at least 11 members, banks and payment providers. Please join, collaborate. Yeah.
I have a different word, Andrei.
Okay, please.
It's
Out of the box.
competition.
Okay.
And I believe on this stage we have a perfect example. In some cases we collaborate, in some cases we compete each other. I believe that competition is our power to adapt to the, let's say, business environment in order to deliver to the, let's say, only guy in the room that is paying our invoices, which is the merchant.
Super. And one last question in a positive tone before going to lunch. If your company's approach to corporate payments was a music genre, what would that be? I'm going to give the example of the area that I'm covering. And I'm going to say techno, for example, because it's fast, consistent, and it runs smoothly in the background and you don't hear it. Very quick one. Daniel, you're the first. Yes.
Well,
Daniel towards here.
I would say that you made me think about Bach.
Okay.
Because Bach was composing somehow in a military rhythm, you know? The corporate payments should work constantly in the same pace, so there are no surprises, so they just should work and you have to feel them. It's not like some money just arrived. You have to feel
So
the process.
Of rock, let's say.
A rock is up and down. Sometimes maybe too loud to be too loud.
Too loud. Okay, thank you, Bogdan.
So Bach.
I need to agree with Daniel. I will choose also classical music because I have other arguments. It is very complex behind, but it is very easy to be listened and is very relaxing and cover all kind of tastes.
Super.
You always like us to surprise us. So I would go for a kind of background music because payment should never be the centerpiece of the experience. It's always the experience around payments and they should be seamless. So we do not hear them, we don't bother about them.
A bit of jazz, let's say. Okay.
Very difficult to be smart after these answers. Yes, I would go for jazz because I think there's a lot of improvisation, but a lot also some elements which are fixed and predetermined and exercised before. So it feels like jazz to me now.
Super. Thank you very much. And Marcela?
I would say to build our own rhythm.
Super.
Because I do think that while even now we are conditioned somehow one by another in terms of competing, if one is faster, if one is more aggressive, then the others need to adjust. But at the same time, I'm looking for the visionaries, for the vision, for something that is so disruptive yet so simple that can change things. It's more difficult in our world where everything is interconditioned and it's a network. It's like a brain. But I do think that from time to time, these simple yet outstanding ideas will appear.
Thank you very much, all. Nobody chose Manele. And I think we can go to lunch and a round of applause.
No.
Sorry.
No. Can you explain why you talked about music and not poetry? I thought that Romanians liked poetry. Did you change Romanian culture and history, or?
No, but from poetry, then you put some rhythm and you start dancing. This is what's happening.
It's the new Romanian rhythmic poetry.
Here we work hard, but we play hard as well.
Okay, and I just think that before, because you've actually got 5 minutes. You've actually got 5 minutes before lunch. And do you know what? No, I know that. Don't worry about that. That's just to make you hurry up. That's to make you hurry up.
We had a
But you
timer
know,
here.
we haven't had a question from the audience yet today. You know that?
Yes,
Not
yes.
one. Not one. So I'd love to see if the audience wants to ask a question. Go on. Come on, just one. I might even give you a prize if you ask a question. We got a question. Can I have a microphone?
Here.
Fantastic. Right, we got a question. Let's do a question. My goodness.
Hello. When crypto? That's my question.
Daniel?
Claudia doesn't have a mic. I think she was trying to say something.
She wants the crypto.
Thanks.
Well, crypto, I believe, is not for this stage.
Why not?
I may say something because in Visa we have been investing and kind of exploring a lot of crypto use cases. We do have card issued back to crypto. We do have Visa Direct, which is my area, that it's one of the most common method of transferring funds outside of the crypto, and this is something that we have live with a lot of use cases. We are now exploring and looking at stable coins as one of the methods to actually improve cross-border. So I think this is a space that it's not still yet mainstream, but the technologies that go around it has already reached a certain level of scale that I think it can be for this stage.
Good luck. For sure, after the regulations, for sure.
Maybe not in Romania, but Societe Generale has already tackled this field, and it has Forge. Yeah, and they are quite advanced on this. They will export the good ideas.
My view is that it is the right time for crypto if we want to play and gamble, but I wouldn't say it's the right time for crypto in the proper, serious business environment, even though as a player we want to integrate all methods and make it easy for customers, but I'm not seeing this having any useful use case or transformative use case as of now.
Has anyone got an even more difficult question? Just one more question. Come on, guys, before we give you lunch. Just one more question. Anybody?
More difficult than that?
I mean, Societe Generale, and no one wants to ask them a question? Really? I mean, I have millions. Really? You guys know everything about them? Okay, let's break for lunch then. Thank you all very much.